Hello everybody from Plant Reviews, today the 25th of March, and in my very messy garden it is in bloom, one of my most recent purchases and actually one of the most beautiful. This is Magnolia zenii Pink Parchment, a plant that I bought from Burncos Nursery and about a month ago. And this plant was purchased because on Burncos Nursery was written so as a variety of Magnolia zenii. However, I found later that this is actually not a variety of Magnolia zenii, but it is a hybrid. So even if it has several features typical of the zenii, it is not really a pure zenii. However, it is still a gorgeous plant, I would say. The Magnolia zenii is a species in the Magnolia in the subgenus Juliania and the section Juliania. The plant, the zenii, the species from which this hybrid comes from, is a species that grows in China and is endangered. It's a shrub that can grow up to 11 meters tall. However, this hybrid on Burncos Nursery is advertised as quite a small magnolia that usually grow up to 3-4 meters maximum, and definitely I couldn't keep in my garden a plant that is 11 meters tall. The plant is characterized, the zenii, by flowers that are white to pink with a dark pink stripe, and actually this hybrid, as you can see, keeps this feature of the external, of the outer part, the external part of the tepals, striped with this darker pink, while the overall color of the flower is pale pink. The zennia as a species also has a dark center, but I can't really see the dark center here in the pink parchment. The magnolias are some of the most ancient plants that have evolved among the flowering plants, and the peculiarity of these plants is that their flowers evolved to be pollinated not by bees or butterflies that were not around when magnolias evolved, but by beetles that are some of the most ancient of the insects. And actually we can find, I'm not too sure if you can actually see, there is a beetle inside the flower. I'm not too sure if you can see it. It is this black spot on the at the base of the petal. I'm not too sure if there is any other beetle. Yes, there is another one here. Not too sure if you can see it. Yes, you can see it now here where my little finger is. You see these black insects at the base of in the center of the flower, and this is a beetle. Beetles indeed are some of the most ancient insects as well, so even if bees and butterflies didn't evolve yet when magnolia flower started evolving their beautiful blooms, beetles were around, so these are the pollinators of magnolias. The flowers are about 10 centimeters across, and in addition to be beautiful, they are also beautifully scented. I bought this plant because it was advertised as extremely fragrant, and this is also stated in the label. However, I nearly need to put my nose on the flower to appreciate the fragrance, but the flower is definitely fragrant, very fresh. So I think in a beautiful fragrant garden this plant would look great. However, if you have problems of space, and really you want trees that bloom with flowers that really waft their perfume, they spread their perfume in the air. I'm not really recommended this species of magnolia. Would be better to go for lilacs or viburnums or lilies or buddleias, whose scent is so strong to really spread in the air in a garden. However, it is also to be said that now it's early spring, so the volatile oils that made the perfumes really do not waft in the air as much as can do in late spring or summer. So this is one of the reasons that possibly this flower is not that much able to perfume the air, but if you put a nose in the flower, the scent is just gorgeous. It is very fresh, with most notes of citrus, but also very sweet, and a kind of like a beautiful detergent for clothes. It's like, from a point of view, it really smells like you just hanged a washing from the most beautifully perfumed detergent you could use. It is a very nice fragrance. So if you like fragrances in general, this is a tree I can recommend. If you want plants that spread their perfume in the garden, then no, not really. At this stage, it might be that this is a young plant, might be that as an old plant the perfume might be stronger. However, I am making this video saying only what I can really appreciate with my nose, and also please remember that different people have different sensitivities to fragrance. So what for me is a mild or light fragrance, for other people is quite a strong fragrance, or some other people instead might detect a very light fragrance, even lighter than the one I detect. So it is always a subjective matter, the fragrance, unlike, for example, the flower color. Sorry for the sneeze. But it is definitely one of my best purchased plants I done. The fragrance is really nice. The leaves have not developed yet. In Magnolia zenii, the leaves are obovate and dull green on the surface, on the upper surface, and pale green on the lower surface. And I'm trying to find a picture of the tree covered in leaves, and so yeah, this is the tree, and these are the leaves of the Magnolia zenii. I will obviously later in the year find out how the leaves are in this hybrid. However, I don't think that the leaves might be that different from the parental species, from the Magnolia zenii. About the plant. The plant is very hardy. It is hardy down to minus 15 degrees and down to USDA zone 5, so it is basically hardy throughout the United Kingdom, and from USDA zone 5 to 8. The flowers bloom in early spring, so sometimes can be damaged by frost. However, a nice feature of the flowers that I find very nice, I like this hairy cover of the bud. I'm trying to focus now. You can see, yes, the hairy cover here. So this is a protection against the cold as well when the flower is developing. I think it's actually quite ornamental as well. This hairy cover that is present when the flower is pretty young is then lost when the flower is fully open. The plant, it is a very it's a pretty easy plant to grow, I found. Obviously I didn't grow this plant for very long. However, I found that can be grown in a neutral to acidic soil, well drained, and ideally sheltered from strong winds. You can see actually the branches are quite thin, so it can be damaged by strong winds. However, it is a hardy plant, so you can be grown outdoors without any problem in most temperate areas. In the USA, the Arnold Arboretum was the first place that Magnolia zenii, that was imported from China, bloomed. And in this arboretum some seeds were collected, and a seedling that originated from the Magnolia zenii is the one that gave origin to the pink parchment that, as I said, is often sold as a variety of Magnolia zenii. However, I found that this is a hybrid. I do not know which species is the pollen parent. I couldn't find on any website which is the pollen parent of the pink parchment. However, I have to say that still must have been a probably fragrant specimen, because the fragrance is still nice, and or if it was not fragrant, it was very lucky combination, because the flower is still very nicely fragrant, and the flowers are still very beautiful and still keep this dark pink stripe typical of the Magnolia zenii. The plant exposure recommended is full sun, really, to make this plant thrives. I hope to make another video next year with more details about I am able to cultivate it, and obviously with the leaves. I'll take pictures of the leaves, because in this plant leaves and flowers are not present at the same time, being a deciduous magnolia. And other than that, I hope that next year I will make a video with many more flowers and bloom, and hopefully even more fragrance. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, it would be great if you can give a thumbs up, and if you like this video and my other videos on my channel, it would be great if you can please subscribe. In this way it is completely free for you, and but you still acknowledge YouTube that you like my videos, therefore the YouTube platform can support me and promote my videos and my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.